the entrance to the garbage disposal. Wow, this facility is huge. Is this the garbage incineration?
Correct. Garbage, rubble, and any flammable materials are burned here. The resulting heat is used to generate power.
Burning stuff for electricity? That's a bit antediluvian.
At that time, this crude technology ensured independence from energy cells that were not known to work on this planet. A certain amount of energy is always stored to ensure the facility can power up.
So we just push a button, the power turns on, and we can use the communications console?
Not correct. Firstly, we need to activate the remaining energy via the console. Then we can use the machine and transport materials to the furnace to activate it. Once the facility has reached its full capacity, all systems will be active and we can continue.
And this could really sustain the facility for an extended amount of time?
The efficiency coefficient is very high. Also, the floor can be lowered depending on available materials. With just half a ton of materials, we will have enough energy for at least 1 Earth week. If we shut down some systems, even longer.
That's one big pile of junk.
This is the storage silo for garbage, scrap, and other flammable materials used in the furnace, the main power source. The floor here can also be lowered. Of course, there is also an automatic transport mechanism, but only once the facility has been powered up.
So this stuff needs to be over there?
Correct.
Oh, this is heavy, and there's a lot of it.
There are some things that might help you over by the control console.
It's empty and can't be moved by hand. That should come in handy. But why won't it go all the way to the silo?
Its job is to transfer burning materials straight to the furnace. Storing the materials in the silo is just a makeshift solution.
This probably would have been our enemy if we had found a way around the station. Finding a way to go outside will not help us transmitting that distress signal. It's not holding anything in place, so I can take it with me.
Oh yeah, I can already see myself roaring across the planet in this, finding interesting places, strange plants, and breathtaking monuments.
You should focus your attention on repairing the energy supply and transmitting the emergency signal.
You're no fun. But once I'm finished, that's how I'll kill the time.
Oh yeah, I can...
You should focus your...
You're no fun. Oh boy, that's a lot of buttons and levers.
There should be a round, green button labeled Push to close. Here it is. Push it. Very good. The remaining energy is powering the console. I have also gained access to the console. Scanning manual.
You're a fast reader, right?
Yes, done. By pressing here, you will enable the use of the remaining energy for the machines in this room. To power up the facility, you must activate the mechanism that loads the material from the silo into the cart. That would be this lever over here.
Beauty.
Now push the cart forwards. Use this.
Nothing happened. And it didn't sound too good either.
Next is the crane. You can open and move it at this desk here.
Nothing. It's all rusted through, too dirty or just broken. I can't move it while it's in that state.
We need the cart and the crane to activate the garbage disposal. Otherwise, we will not be able to use the station's communications console to call for help.
The rails are completely rusted through and grimy. No wonder the cart won't move. I have to do something. No, just scraping the surface won't help.
That will just create bigger grooves in the metal. We want the cart to be able to move more easily. The cart has become immobile due to mineral deposits and rust. We must find a way to move it again.
There's some interesting stuff here. Maybe I can use some of it. Just a pile of junk.
The cart has become immobile due to mineral deposit.
The rails are completely rusted through.
I doubt that we will.
No, just scraping the surface.
That will just create big.
The shovel is rusted through. The computer called it defective.
We won't be able to move it as long as we haven't fixed it.
So we somehow have to get rid of all this stuff from down here.
I doubt that we will find a solution to this problem here. The likelihood is much greater in the main wing of the station.
And this could really sustain the...
The efficiency coefficient is very high. With just half a ton of materials, we will have enough energy.
This probably would have been our enemy if we had found a way around the station. Finding a way to go outside will not help us transmitting that distress.
Oh, yeah.
You should focus your
You're no fun. It fulfilled its purpose without power. A robot arm that seems to be able to move. A gas burner. Nope, too wide. Well, at least it fits. With just a bit of force. Yes! My fingers can fit through now. Spin sesame! The research lab. I bet Tony would have felt right at home here. Attention, warning, hydrochloric acid.
There is a highly complicated mechanism built in which ensures only qualified personnel actually operate it. This will not be easy. I will scan my databases for any instructions.
Result. Push both plastic parts aside and then pull the lever.
I would never have guessed that.
Of course not. That's a child safety lock. And you're not a child. Ugh, forget it. I need some kind of container to transport this stuff. These plants are dying, but they're not quite dead yet.
On planets like this one, they often use plants that can survive even in the harshest of conditions. Their fruits are cultivated in such a way that they can produce new crops even after a long time has passed.
I see. Yes, these yellow fruits are still fresh. I'll take one with me. It might come in handy. The glass flask. What would chemistry be without it? Oh, a laser generator that normally belongs to a cutting device. Pretty dangerous to just leave lying around here. There are also some notes and a drawing. The laser cutter we used in our last mission could not be salvaged. Only the generator itself as well as the power cell are still functional. You're right. You need some form of defense. I wish I could give you more, but I don't have time. Here are some instructions on how I would do it. Be extremely careful. Defense against what?
I'll put these notes aside. They're on some sort of scale. I might need that. And I'll take the rest with me. A precision scale discreetly integrated into the table. generator's trigger and switch can be connected, but I can't put them together like this. A precision scale
The laser cutter we used in our last mission could not be salvaged. Only the generator itself as well as the power cell are still functional. You're right. You need some form of defense. I wish I could give you more, but I don't have time. Here are some instructions on how I would do it. Be extremely careful. I can't stop thinking about you need some form of defense. Lots of bottles with chemical inscriptions. They're all empty.
A small laboratory cabinet. It's locked.
That won't work. This baby won't work without power.
The incubator can be opened via this console's display. To do this, the power supply must be active. The biotope can sustain itself, however, and is still intact after all this time.
This one is full of plants and fruit. Oh, a source of food. How did they survive this long?
This appears to be a clever, self-sustaining ecosystem. There is probably an outside connection here somewhere.
Is there any way we can get to those plants? Maybe we can break one of the windows.
If the incubator has power and the system is undamaged, you can retrieve the fruits again and again while maintaining the balance. If you break the glass, you will be able to harvest the fruit, but the plants will not survive for much longer afterwards.
I don't know who or what might have done this, but the display is broken.
The generator's trigger. The acid is burning through the rust.
Now all we need is the card itself. Just a pile of junk.
The cart has become immobile.
That doesn't sound good at all. Something seems to be blocking the mechanism. Or maybe it's just rusted through. There's no point in starting up the incinerator when there's nothing here to
Correct. First, you need to transport some burnable materials to the furnace.
I've oiled the cart and the tracks. I should try moving it again. The crane is caked in rust and cinder, so it won't move. We won't get power without it. Just a pile of junk.
The cart has become immobile.
The shovel is rusted.
We won't be able to move it as...
So we somehow...
The shovel is rusted through.
We won't be able to move it as...
So we somehow have to get rid of all this stuff from down here.
That doesn't sound good at all. Something seems to be blocking the mechanism. Or maybe it's just rusted through. I need something to remove this clamp. Mainly something with a longer reach. I need something to remove... I need something to remove this clamp. Mainly something with a longer reach. Just a pile of junk.
The cart has become...
I need something to remove this clamp. Mainly something with a longer reach. Yes, now I can reach it. The shovel is rusted through.
We won't be able to move...
So we somehow... A tension strap. A tie-down strap. Perfect for joining things together, or giving large, unwieldy things a point of connection. If I attach them to the crane, I could probably lift something pretty heavy. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though. I found this with the laser generator. Some sort of sketch or manual on how to turn this generator into a laser cutter with the right equipment. If I attach them to the crane, I could probably lift something pretty heavy. It would help if I attached the straps to the object in question, though.
I need something to remove the... I need something to remove... I need something to remove this... I need something to remove this clamp. I need something to remove... I need something to remove this clamp. Mainly something with a longer... Come on already. I can't get it any...
You should loosen the...
Maybe I can get it out like this. The acid isn't affecting it, just the rock around it. I wonder if it might work now. Yes! The rock is crumbling and the crystal is coming out slowly. There it is. 3 cheers for chemistry. I found this with the laser generator. No, these parts aren't... These thick cables... These... These barrels have been here for ages. I can't read what's inside them, they're too rusty.
It should not be anything dangerous, otherwise these plants.
These barrels have been here for ages. I can't read what.
It should not be. These pipes would transfer the air heated in the garbage disposal to various air.
Them to work and revive.
We are also going to need power.
Yeah, you're right. This baby won't work. Small. Lots. A gas burner. I'll leave the other tube where it is. It would take an eternity if I tried melting solid metal over an open fire. I have to find some other way. I'll leave the other tube where it is. I'll leave the other tube where... A gas burner. The tube isn't connected. There are some elements.
then.
And of course, this console... A coffee machine. I'm sure this display is used to... I bet there's some... It's hanging onto a few thin metal... I can probably detach it with these.
Yes, it fits in here, and with this... But if there's one thing... There were more elements noted on it that... I prized this beautiful crystal...
What do you mean?
The cables.
It all looks so beautiful.
The outpost's main control room. The console's processes like the devices on this whole room.
I found this with the...
Yeah, that might fit. A little bit here, more like this. Looks pretty good.
There is a saying for this, Tessa. All things considered. Be careful with that construction.
I told you. Physics don't lie. Works better than expected. The stuff is coming off the shovel nicely. Oh no, it's vibrating a lot. Hold on tight. Done. What's the... Turn off! Oh,
over here.
Damn! Ooh, that was close. If Mark had seen that, he'd be lecturing me right now.
I would gladly switch into lecture mode.
Stop yabbing. It worked. That's what matters. I should be able to move it with the console now.
Physics don't lie. You are correct.
Maintenance.
Correct.
Excellent, but we'll have to go a few more times.
Simple machines can be useful, too.
How nice of you to say.
That should be enough. All you need to do is turn it on. All precautions taken.
Well then, hold on to your butts.
I don't.
It's just a saying. Yes, that sounds good.
Startup sequence initialized. Capacity at 1%.
1%?
It will take a while for the facility to start. It has been dormant for quite a while.
I see. We're just gonna have to live with that. Is there anything I can do to help?
You could press the start button repeatedly and more vigorously while swearing. That would not change anything, but it appears to be one of your rituals.
Thanks, I'll pass. I'm tired enough as it is. It's been a long day. I should lie down. Where's the best place in the station to sleep?
Here.
Here? Where it's really loud and full of trash?
I understand that an organic life form such as yourself might have a problem with that. In that case, I recommend the drilling room.
Okay. Let's go there then. Good. So we can transmit a distress signal tomorrow, which will be picked up by all surrounding flight paths. Then all we need is for a ship to actually fly along one of those routes and notice it. Just.
Correct.
The food and water supplies are secured?
The incubators are intact. Many of the plants are unharmed and have been sustaining humans for many years. It looks quite promising.
It does. If you dismiss all the absurd things we've encountered here and throughout our journey.
It doesn't seem to make sense that we received a signal. That's true. We will be able to verify if something was transmitted from here in the outpost's protocols as soon as it is online. I registered it from within the facility. That does not mean that it came from the station's communications center.
And then there's that shadow I saw.
Probably an illusion. My sensors are set to constantly be on the lookout for signs of life. There were none.
What if it was Mark? What if something happened to him?
It can't have been him. Apart from my sensors not picking him up, he would have had to overtake us on our way through the swamp, or he would have landed here without a radio device by pure chance.
Maybe this is all more complex. I've been exploring strange planets for years, but I've never been on my own, left to my own devices with no team. The longest I've been alone were a few expeditions in a rover, and even then I always had radio contact. I often thought about what it would be like to be on an expedition into the unknown, alone and free, making mistakes, encountering problems, finding solutions, proving to nobody but myself what I can do.
Just like now?
Just like now. I don't know why, but to be honest, despite the danger, I'm enjoying the challenge. We revived a desert outpost. That's incredible. Maybe it's my anxiety playing tricks on me, my guilty conscience because I didn't look for Mark more thoroughly. All because I wanted to explore. Could I have done more? It would have made sense for me to have those hallucinations, if there wasn't concrete evidence to the contrary. We both saw the light, twice, and received a signal that guided me here, to a place that might just save my life. How probable is it even for us to find something like this?
Please make your question more specific.
Well, there's nothing in Mark's protocol about what kind of mission we're on. Only that we set off from another moon later than anticipated and that we both have gaps in our memory. Then we crashed on a planet abandoned by the company. What was our goal?
Maybe this place.
Maybe. It's possible we weren't supposed to explore an unknown planet, but we were supposed to find something else on our mission here? Some kind of secret. We have to find out what happened to this place, Core. Why it was abandoned.
We will probably have enough time to do that while the signal is being transmitted.
Right. Well, then you keep watch again. I'll go and rest up.
Will do. Automatic firing systems activated.
Excuse me?
I was joking. If I notice anything sneaking around here, I will wake you up with loud beeping noises. I have elaborate waking subroutines and 12 different ringtones.
You're truly a marvel of technology, Core. Good night.
You hesitate. Despite the improvement, you're worried you won't have any thrills in the new job, right?
Yes, I guess. I know what I'm good at, but this new position would mean more money, more security. There's regular paychecks, more time at home, more time with you, and...
Regularity, security, those aren't really things you care about. At least, you didn't until now. You know I support you. You should do whatever makes you happy. Don't do anything just for the money. We'll pull through anything, one way or another. Both of us. Together.
Have you noticed something?
What do you mean?
You were in a hopeless situation, without help, without any prospect of being saved. But you never lost your optimism. You even found the time for snappy remarks.
That's just who I am.
Maybe that's your way of working through the things that happened?
Maybe.
And it was a bit like a wish come true. The wish to explore foreign worlds.
I do that a lot.
But not under these extreme circumstances.
You're right. Some expeditions were so boring I didn't even know what to write in my report. I hated it when that happened.
You don't like desk work.
I do. I enjoy writing my reports, but something needs to have happened. I need to have experienced something. Otherwise I get bored.
I see. Can you remember what happened the following day?
Well, there was a very strange encounter.
Good morning, Tessa. My sensors registered regular REM phases in your sleep. How are you feeling?
Good morning, Core. I feel much better, even though I'm still stranded on a foreign planet. The generator deactivated itself, but there's power for the lights. So the incinerator is running?
Correct. We are at 94% capacity. That suffices to power all systems.
Excellent. Let's get to the control room then, so we can start the distress signal before we explore any further.